If you're watching this, it's not just about you. I know that you genuinely care about helping other people. So let's get into it. You want to achieve some massive goals in your life. You've got incredible dreams in your head and in your heart that you want to turn into reality. Well, instead of trying to find all the newest little ideas that can help you to get to where you want to go, let's bring it back to the foundational basic things that we know are proven to actually help people create massive success and incredible results in any and every area of their life, regardless of profession or role. And I've been studying massively successful people for the past 2 decades. That's right, since I was a little kid, I was reading up everything I could about the highest achievers because I was so fascinated with what does it take to do the incredible. And I wanted to find that out for myself so that I can do it at an early age in sports. And then as I got into my professional life, it became, how can I do even more? How can I go to my next level? And then how can I help other people to do the same? And so in this message right here, right now, I want to share with you 3 things that I've found over and over and over and over and over again from some of the highest achievers on the face of the planet for what it takes to achieve incredible results. And they're going to be so simple. So don't leave, because all 3 are required to do something special with your life. And you are here to do something special. I completely believe that if you are watching a video like this based on the title of this message, then you are someone that's destined to do incredible things, not just for yourself, but for the people that you can serve and reach and help with your God-given talents and the things you've been blessed with to use in this world to serve and help other human beings. And so I believe that if that is your calling, that is your destiny, then you must do whatever it takes to find a way to achieve those goals, to turn your dreams from your head and your heart into reality, because that's how you will help and serve other people. Period. End of story. If you're watching this, it's not just about you. I know that you genuinely care about helping other people. So let's get into it. Number 1, you must believe it's possible. There are so many people that you've studied or watched or celebrated, whether it's in sports or business or leadership of any kind, and those people just had this deep sense of faith and belief that the thing they saw in their head before it ever became reality could become reality. They knew, they just had this sense of certainty that they were destined to do that thing that they were going to turn into reality. It's so funny. Often, like as an example, if you watch the Super Bowl and then you hear the interviews after of the winning team, and some of the players will say, oh gosh, I can't believe this has happened. This is crazy. This is amazing. But then like a few sentences later or in a follow-up story, you'll hear them say things like, I dreamed about this since the time I was a little kid. They knew that it was possible. They believed for a long time. And if you can start to condition that belief that you have about the dreams you want to turn into reality, the belief will get stronger and stronger, and that fire inside of you, that passion inside of you will come alive every single day, because belief is just like a muscle. Like anything else, you've got to train it, you've got to condition it, you've got to remind yourself to believe in the possibilities of what you can do, because you need that belief to do number 2, which is to work really, really hard. You have to put in the effort. Like there's not a single massively successful person on the face of this planet who will say anything other than, I worked incredibly hard. I outworked everyone. I sacrificed so much. I sacrificed fun and playtime and hanging out and being social. Like I worked incredibly hard. I was up early. I stayed up late. I did the things required of me to turn these dreams into reality. You have to work hard. Like there's no getting around it. If you're looking for a video that's going to give you some insight about how you don't have to work hard, like that's not this message. This message is simply a reminder that it's going to be hard, and that's okay. I was just listening actually to an old Les Brown recording earlier today that just reminded me. It was a session of a program that he put on, and the title of the session is, It's Hard and That's Okay, or something along those lines. Basically, the message is like, creating something incredible with your life and doing and achieving at the highest levels is going to be hard work, and you've got to be okay with that. And until you're okay with that, not just okay with it, but excited about the fact that it's going to take incredibly hard work to turn those dreams to reality, until you get to that place, then you're not going to be in the best position to achieve at your highest levels. But once you can get comfortable and excited about the work that's in front of you, now everything opens up and you can do the 3rd step, which is the most vital, because you can have the greatest belief in the world and you can work really hard, but if you don't do this 3rd thing, it's actually not going to help you to make the progress. This is the key to unlocking it all, which is persist. And I know it sounds ridiculously simple, but if you persist no matter what and you never freaking quit, you can turn your dreams into reality. Like I'm just completely convinced. I've studied enough folks that will say no matter what happened, they just never quit. They refused to quit until the thing became reality, until they saw their dreams come to pass, until they achieved what they were looking to achieve, and they became the person they wanted to become, and they made the contribution that they wanted to make into the world with their God-given gifts and talents. And you can do the same, but you got to believe that it's possible. You've got to work really hard. You've got to persist, and no matter what, you just have to keep going. And the quick little story I'll share with you is I met an incredible human named Andy Andrews. He's a motivational speaker. He writes some incredible books, and I met him one time at a speaking event that he did. And I walked up to him after and got my book signed, a copy of his book signed. And I just asked, like, hey, I would love to be doing what you do. Like, he's speaking across the country, maybe even across the world, and with big audiences. I was like, man, I want to be doing what you're doing. It was a handful of years ago when I was first getting into public speaking. And I said, what's it going to take? And I kind of gave him a just 30-second background of my story and had mentioned a few different speaking things I'd done. And he paused for a second, and he looked at me and said, you're doing it. You're doing it. And I was like, what? And at first I didn't really get it. But I left and I thought about it. It's like, I am. Like, I'm doing the work. Not at the same level he's doing it, but I'm doing the work. I'm speaking to groups. I'm presenting. I'm lighting people up with my message, with my voice, with the way I show up, with my enthusiasm. And I know that what he meant was I was doing it. And then I read my book or looked at the signature that he signed in my book after. And the one word he wrote before he signed it was persist. Persist. That's it. And if you persist and you believe and you just keep going and you never freaking quit and you work hard and you just keep doing that again and again and again every single day, even when you fall, even when you fail, you just get back up and you keep going, you can do incredible things with your life. You are destined to do incredible things. You are here to serve humanity. You are here to use your God-given gifts and talents to be a true blessing for other people. I believe it, and I hope you start to believe it. Come back to these videos as often as possible. Come back to these messages as often as possible to keep that inner fire fueled up, to keep your passion going, to keep your excitement and your drive moving forward. You can do it. Just keep going.